Yeah, the dawn is here. The dawn of sport entertainment. At the moment, I'm not happy the way things are going at Manchester United. We were beaten yesterday by Man City. We call them nosy neighbor. Now Manchester United is now his silent neighbor. Oh, Manchester United fan, how you all doing? It is what it is. Big man thing. We are going inside the chamber to talk about how to fix Manchester United problems. There's problems. There are problems. Is it from the board? Is it the coaching crew or the players? Today we are going to discuss how to fix some of these problems. If you're joining this for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. This is where you know, this is how we go. Big man thing. If you don't understand it, forget about it. We have a problem at Manchester United. Those players, we can't trust them. The gear! Did his bed yesterday's distributions was abysmal, that's what they say. Oh my goodness. Aaron Wan-Bissaka yesterday was nothing to write home about. Lindelof messed up yesterday. Our captain Maguire couldn't even do anything. Absolutely rubbish. Tellers couldn't do anything. And these players are paid billions of dollars, millions. Psychedelic attitude yesterday. We were down with 4 goals. Abysmal performance of these players. The 2 Choco brothers, you know those people I'm talking about. I'm talking about Fred and McTominay. The 2 Choco brothers, nowhere to be found. So painful. You know I'm a Manchester United fan to the core. Embarrassing. Forget about it if you don't understand it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Today, I'll be bringing in my fantastic people. Let's dissect, let's talk about it. How to solve this problem. We call this one episode 1. Series of this will be coming. Every Monday we talk about Manchester United. It is what it is. So painful yesterday. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I couldn't sleep either. So painful. So painful. There's nothing Elenga can do in that match. Bruno nowhere to be found. All of them should look at themselves in the mirror. Are they playing for us or are they against us? I thought when Rashford came in yesterday, he's going to do magic. Hell no. Absolutely rubbish. You could see Lingard, his attitude. He doesn't want to be in this club anymore. Why hold him down? Let him go. I'm still angry, guys. It is what it is. Pogba. Back to Pogba. What are you doing? He's been played out of position. But all the same, this is Manchester derby. The second half was abysmal performance. Absolutely abysmal. Crazy. I'm going to welcome my honorable Robbie from Nigeria. We got to talk about this Manchester United at the moment. I am not happy. Absolutely abysmal performance. It's crazy, you know? Absolutely crazy. Honorable Robbie, are you there?
Okay, good evening, good evening.
Oh,
good evening,
my goodness.
Good evening, is your boy Robbie, and I'm so glad and happy to be here.
Awesome, bro.
Intercontinental Sport TV, where
Yeah.
we talk about our darling club, United. Yesterday was a day to forget for United fans all over the world.
Man.
Yesterday
crazy.
was a day that no United fan wants to ever remember because it was abysmal. It was like a bicycle. It was
Man.
lukewarm. No direction, no
Yes.
purpose, no
Yes.
bite, no desire, nothing whatsoever from the players, except for the goalkeeper. If you ask me, that put in a vintage performance yesterday to make that score sheet or to make the scoreboard respectable. Every other person yesterday did not come to the party whatsoever. It was a dark day in United history. Very dark.
Wow. Thank you, Honorable Robbie. I'll quickly just said something I want to play to the audience. It's really, really baffling. But I'm going to start like this.
I can't believe
That is what we have done too, bro.
I can't believe it.
Oh, no. It's a shame, man. Absolutely. We are done for this. Honorable Robbie.
What can we say? What can I say? Just like you said, I believe every United fan across the world who has the best interest of the club at heart were not very happy about the match yesterday.
Yeah.
And just before the show, when we had a preview of the lineup, from the lineup, you asked me what were my thoughts, and I told you that lineup will not do a thing to Manchester City. One thing Pep has successfully done over the years is he has mastered the art of playing without a recognized forward, in which the players in the midfield and the players in the attack knows exactly what the coach wants.
Oh my goodness.
And for the love of God, Bernardo Silva, who actually played in the proverbial striker's role yesterday, did not even get a goal. It was a midfielder in Kevin De Bruyne and a winger in Mahrez. Those are the two players who did the damage yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
And it is very sad. It is very sad. I have gone online, I have checked so many reports, so many stories, so many posts about United, and they are baffling. Not since the day of Sir Ferguson have I felt this sad before. Not in those days. Not in those days. The match was so bad that in the second half, Ederson could be seen at the center circle yesterday. The match was Man City really dominated that much for their goalkeeper to stand at the center circle yesterday in that game. And as they say, the stats don't lie. Man City had 14 shots on target or 14 shots at goal as compared to United, who did not have a single shot at goal in the second half alone. And that tells you all you need to know about yesterday's performance and subsequently the spirit of the United camp as it is.
Wow. Wow. Now let's get down to business right now. Honorable Robbie, this is me, the Dawn. Let's start from like this. We last week we were talking about the problems, and I think this week we still need to look at the board, the coaching crew, the players, these three things. And is it the fault of the board? As you can, is there anything you look at? Is it the board's problem? We have to go back to this again.
Yes, we have to. We have to. And Personally, for me, I think right now, right here, I
Yeah.
believe that the board is also culpable because you cannot own a business and not have the interest of that business at heart as beyond profit.
Yeah.
For a typical business, you need to invest in personnel, people who would work for you. That we're talking from the gate man or the security guard to
Hmm.
clerks to managers and so on and so forth. You need to invest very, very, very good money to get reputable people to do the job. And it is so unfortunate that United's board have not been able to do that. I had a write up earlier in the day in which I
Okay.
also talked about the topic we're discussing today. And the simple question I asked, it is so unfortunate for me that I've not been able to engage Gary Neville on Twitter to tell him
Hmm.
to give him a peace of own mind. And
Hmm.
it is so sad that when Ole was sent packing in December after the abysmal result against Liverpool, in which United
Yeah.
also took some serious beating, everybody was happy with the fact or with the enthusiasm that the board are going to get it right in getting a reputable manager on board. And I will tell you for a fact that the first time Ralph Raunik was announced as the interim manager, I never in my years of football from 1999 that I've been a United fan, I have never heard of Ralph Raunik. I had to Google his name and check what his profile was about. And I, for one, was disappointed that even the club he left for United, he
Hmm.
wasn't even the coach of that club in Spartak Moscow. He isn't even the coach. He was occupying um, a backroom position in that club, and yet United were so brazen by the fact that they could go and get a coach that had not been able to update his footballing tactics for, let's say, should we say 5 years, should we say six, should we say seven, up to that point when he took over from United. And it is very bad. It tells you the direction in which the club is traveling at. Over the years,
Yeah.
we have seen we have seen the kind of managers that other clubs have been able to employ at the helm of affairs, not for anything, because they want the best for the team. And it is so sad that United, even at this stage, does not see the light. I can remember vividly when Zidane stepped down as the manager of Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti was the coach of Everton, and in his post-match interview, immediately Madrid signed him. He made a statement, which is that whenever Madrid calls, you
Hmm.
answer. Madrid had to break the bank to get Ancelotti away from Everton because they believed in him so much. Ancelotti is a proven winner over the years. He has won everything there is to win in football. And the only thing attached to Raonic TV is the fact that he was a proponent, or he was the founder of a particular playing style in Germany, equals to what has he won? What has he won at club level? Almost, or if not absolutely nothing. The same thing when Barcelona were in trouble financially and they needed to put their house in order. They went all the way to Saudi Arabia to get Xavi from outside. They did all they could. They moved heaven and earth to get Xavi to Barcelona. But yet we don't see United doing the same, which is very, very, very sad. How would you get somebody in terms of a Ralph Rangnick? And yet, even Gary Neville and co were complaining bitterly that Conte was not fit to run United. And their reasons were simple. The man is stubborn. The man does not stay long in a place. Who told you he wants to? Who told you we need somebody who will sleep in the position? We need somebody who will change the mentality of players, who will change the fortune of the club around. And yet, they went for a Ralph Rangnick. And now, whispers you are hearing across the internet is United is possibly or probably considering Mauricio Pochettino to take over the helms of affairs at the end.
Oh my
of the
goodness!
Season. And I would say it is more or less like we're going from fry pan into the fire.
Into fire.
For me, Pochettino is not the type of manager United needs right now. United needs a no-nonsense manager who is a proven winner, who will get the job done without any form of favor and favoritism to any player. He will manage the players, and all he cares about is results. The person we had very close to that after Sir Alex Ferguson retired was Jose Mourinho. And yet people came up with a whole lot of excuses as why the man had to leave the club. But the fact still remains that whatever trophy, which is in recent time that United can boast of, it's courtesy of that man. Ole did not get any trophy for United, despite the fact that he spent about 3 years, if not more, in the role. Moyes didn't do much. Van Gaal got us the FA Cup. After that, he didn't do much. Ralph Rangnick isn't going anywhere. We were knocked out by lowly Middlesbrough. And we see how these big teams play all these small teams in quotes and how they give them proper beating. But yet, United finds a way to struggle against this team. So I would say that the manager has a case to answer, or the manager is culpable at this stage of affairs as touching the case of United.
Guys, we're back. The streaming just went off. I was thinking the Manchester United board for the streaming line. Now, who is that guy? They didn't know it's me. They don't. I'm back again. It's all about Manchester United. How to fix Manchester United problem. That's what we fans were talking about here. I have Larry standing in by. We got to do this. Sorry about that, viewers. Big mountain. Larry, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much.
It is what it is, bro. Manchester United went 4-0, 4-1 down yesterday. I know you are not happy like me. Very embarrassing.
It was an unexpected fall. We know we can fall, but we didn't know we can fall that far down.
It's crazy, man.
It was an unexpected dive.
Yeah. Sir Robbie, are you still there?
Yes, I am here loud and clear.
I'm so sorry about that. The streaming just went off. They want to embarrass us, and we said no.
No. We're back on the show. We're back,
guys. We're back. Let's now dissect this. Let's go straight into it. Last salary. Before you came in, Robbie have said so many things about what's going on. You know, a lot of things done by the board. I think you said something about recruitment of the coach. Am I right? Yeah,
Yes,
that we went so late on appointing Conte. You know, there and there we went for Raf, who has not really done so much in the, presently has not really handled a big team, and you can see it's more or less like a puppet at this moment. Favoritism still there. I mean, you can say yesterday was just shambolic performance. Larry, if you might agree with me, what do you think is going on? What's on your mind? Let me start from there.
You see, the one thing that I'll confess I did not watch the game. But like I told you, I was going to be in church, and it was hitting me so hard when I was in church and I saw the goals. I was getting the updates and the notifications when I saw 1-8, and then we equalized. I said, okay, good. We're now getting back to it. So then I'm like, before halftime, palm number 2. God, I'm like, well, this is what we get. But then I was hoping that we were going to come back to terms in the second half. And then I only saw another one and another. It was hitting me so hard in church. I mean, I tried to stay focused. Anyways, it was God and I asked, we're praying. But then, coming back and watching the highlights and from the comments that I heard, the first half was quite good. The first half was quite an impressive show that they put up. But then the second half was just a sham of themselves.
Yeah.
It was more or less like first how can I describe it? Like a Premier League club playing against a Yimba, or a Premier League club playing against Aba FC.
They just gave up.
It's like it was terrible. It was terrible. All the flanks. I mean, now there's something I'm trying to understand here. When I listen to the comments, what is wrong with Aaron Wan-Bissaka? It looks like all the play came through his side. This guy used to be really, really strong. He used to be hard to go through. But I don't understand why. I don't understand what is going on with this guy. I mean, I would prefer him anytime over Dalot, but it looks like the ties are changing. I mean, I don't understand. Is it that the players are not motivated enough? Is there something going on in their heads? Listen, the truth is that it's true we need a solid midfield. We need to reinforce our midfield completely. I understand. And the board needs to do something. But the team that is there can do better. We need to consolidate our play style. We need to consolidate a solid play style. When I looked at the positioning and everything that was done in that game yesterday,
Yeah.
when I looked at just the lineup alone, it didn't sound convincing to me. It wasn't convincing to me at all. I know that the
From the
goalpost,
lineup yesterday?
yes, from the lineup yesterday, I was not very convinced. I mean, I would put Fred on the bench. I would play McTominay and Pogba in that middle, and I would bring in. I'll pray. I mean, the front was quite okay, but I'll reinforce it
The
with
midfield.
I'll reinforce the midfield with this guy. How do they call this young man?
Matic.
Yeah, either
Oh,
Matip or
or
Lingard.
Lingard.
Lingard is a player that can go back and forth, and he can carry the ball and move forward. And then Pogba is that kind of player that can give long passes accurately, to supply Sancho, to supply Elanga, who was playing in the middle, and to also supply Rashford, who was on the side, or whoever was on that side, you know. And honestly, it was, to me, that I thought that would have been the lineup. It looks like this coach has really not gotten the strength of his team. He needs to understand which midfield lineup plays better or holds the midfield better. And I believe that when you have McTominay and Pogba in that middle, we have a better side. Fred, since for a while now, has not been very convincing. True, he can score a goal and stuff like that, but he, from that recovery point and moving forward, has not been very perfect. He was releasing the ball, was giving the ball a lot to the opponents. We need a player that can hold the ball and make one or two
Make
moves
one or two moves.
and carry it forward,
Oh,
or hold the ball and wait for a foul when it's so tight. And Pogba does that better. Pogba does that. He will hold the ball. I mean, even if they tell him, and he matches as well. I mean, they would have even given that role instead of Fred and McTominay. It would have been McTominay. It would have been McTominay, because when you look at the opponents, Fred cannot stand the likes of Manchester City midfield. He cannot. First, he doesn't have the height. Two, he doesn't have the stamina. Those guys are big, strong, and technical.
yeah.
Matic, despite that he might not be that technical, but he will have the stamina to wage these guys and put up a good defense.
Absolutely.
So to me, when you look at a team and the structure of the team, it's the same like when you're playing with Liverpool and you put Fred on there. Those are big guys with strong cabarets, and they will they will defeat him. Everything they will defeat it. They will have an upper hand in the duels. But honestly, it was not the case. It was not the case. And I believe, I think Ragnick should be able to understand his team. He's not focused about the attack, and forgets the defense. Number two, why can't they use Bailey in a game like this? Eric Bailey is a player for games like this. It is not Maguire. It is not Maguire. Eric Bailey is the player for games like this. That is a player that will put his head on a ball coming at 150 miles an hour.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Absolutely.
That is the player. That is the player for games like this. We need player. He needs to understand. The funny is that he's really not given Bailey a chance in his play. He has not. Because if he does, he would have understood how Bailey plays. Bailey is that kind of player. He can hold those guys down. I know he has made some mistakes in the past where he scores in his pole and stuff like that, but it's because he went for the defense and it's the style of defending. He is a good player. He's a good defender. We're not exploiting all our options. Okay, Veron was out. Um, 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 this other defender was out. The
Sure.
that would
Look
look
sure.
out.
Yeah, they
So
have
there's
COVID.
no, I mean, go ahead and play with those that you think can deliver the good. They can deliver. Maguire will not deliver in that situation. He will not. All of us know that Maguire has a problem. Maguire is a problem to Man U. We know that. Yet we're still keeping him on strategic games like this.
So sad. Absolutely. Um, Robbie, yeah, we know we are
Right
talking
here.
about the board, their lapses, the coaching crew also goes with the board in my own case. Now let's talk about the players. Likely, like Salari said, he said about mentioning Maguire, um, Fred. I mean, in game like that yesterday, I mean, it's really sad. And is there any other players you think, from your own point of view, from our players? Because it's going to look like I think we're going to reschedule this our meeting for this how to fix Manchester United. But what kind of players do you think we should allow to go right now? I mean, Maguire has nothing. I mean, that yesterday you can see the attitude of this. Fred cannot even do 5 meters pass. He can't even hold the ball. I mean,
Maguire played a dummy in the attacking phase of
it-
an opponent. A ball, which is a ball in the most simple technique in football, a ball it should have just kicked out for a corner and allow the team to reset. He played a dummy, confusing the goalkeeper and piling more misery on the team. Let me go straight to your question. What players
okay.
should we let go? Honestly, I am pouring my heart out as a United fan, and I'll tell you that only two players, as far as I'm concerned, are fit to play for United.
Hmm.
And that is one, that is the goalkeeper, David De Gea. Two, that is Bruno Fernandes. Every other player should be sent packing without
You
any
heard about
other.
Rashford talking about his
Yes,
leaving as well too. Yeah,
yes. And
I mean,
I dropped a comment on his tweet that the sense of entitlement has robbed all these players of sound reasoning.
oh my
How?
God.
How can you say such a thing? How old is Rashford? And he feels too big to contribute to come and play his own quota in United's game week in, week out. Initially, when Chelsea was having issues with Abraham, at first,
Hmm.
personally, I love Abraham not because he's Nigerian, but because I see this talent, I see this hunger, I see this fire in this young man. And he has proven everybody wrong. He went all the way to Italy, left home in England. He went to Italy to reunite with a coach. Yes, Roma might not be doing very well at the moment, but Abraham has become Mr. Reliable for Roma.
Yes.
He's banging on in goals week in, week out. We see what he brings to the table. We see the fire that he plays with in that Roma side. And no English player, aside for Foden, has contributed more goals for their club side aside this young man. And here we have Rashford, who really doesn't
Hmm.
care much. Seems to have new tattoos by the week or by the day. He has time to go to his stylist place to change hair color, just like what Pogba does. And they don't pay attention to the thing that they were employed to do, play football. I have not seen a group of players who have who have who have turned up short in doing their job as footballers. I have not seen any set of players. And over the years, if we begin to look at people who are captains of very successful English sides, are we talking about Gerrard? Gerrard is Liverpool
Yeah.
in his embodiment, walking on the field. He gives his heart and soul for the club. Are we talking about James Milner? Are we talking about Roy Keane? Are we talking about Gary Neville? Are we talking about Patrice Evra? These are players who leave everything on the field and they go home exhausted because they love what they do. And here he is, tweeting after yesterday's game, saying he wants clarity about his future.
Clarity about his future. Damn.
And like I said, this is rubbing more salt into the injury. These players don't care. And I will restate again, David De Gea and Fernandes, for me, if I have such power, I would allow remain in the club. Every other person should find another line of work or possibly go to another club. It is terrible. It is disgraceful. The match against Chelsea and Burnley, we saw how Chelsea came out in the second half.
Yeah.
4 unreplied goals in the space of 20 minutes, if not less. 4 unreplied goals.
Look at Arsenal yesterday.
The coach gave them some strong talking to in the dressing room.
We couldn't beat Watford.
How old is Saka?
We couldn't even beat Burnley.
How old is Saka? And look at the amazing thing. We couldn't even beat the same Burnley that these two teams put to the sword on Saturday and yesterday respectively. Look at Saka. Look at what that boy is doing for Arsenal. Look at what that boy brings to the table. He is very young, he is confident and he enjoys his football. I cannot pick out one United player who enjoys playing, not at the moment. Not one. And you have players who get paid astronomical fees week in, week out, and yet they are not delivering the goods for the club. If Man-Utd did not field that team yesterday, even their second string side would have beaten United yesterday.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about Stephenson, the goalkeeper, Ake, Stones, Milner. Walker and the rest. If Pep had fielded a second string side yesterday,
they didn't even have a striker.
No striker. And United just crumbled, gave up completely after the first half. Completely.
Now, Bobby, let me come in here, Robbie.
All right.
You see, one thing that I'm looking at this side, I don't know what the coach usually tells these guys during the
training,
the halftime.
Oh, the halftime. Okay.
Because if you look at the way they've been playing lately, it is 2 complete sessions between the first half and the second half. Always. We either come and play well in the first half, then the second half we are just a different team in the second half. I do not understand. I don't know what they tell them. I don't know if it's a style. I don't know what is usually going on. We can never have a consistent play first half, second half. We've not had it for a very long time. If you have, please tell me, because me, I've not seen it. We'll either play very well in the first half and just give it up in the second half, or we play very badly in the first half and then try to catch up in the second half. Is it that we cannot have a consistent play style and then have a consistent starting lineup that can play together and understand themselves so that they can be able to, because this is the thing that I'm saying here. If we have a consistent team that understands their playing, and then we're making subs just to maybe add, subtract, and at the end of it, we will, they'll be able to get a sequence and a play style that will be consistent first half, second half. I do not see why at each time we will change completely. True, depending on the team, but then put the players in the positions where you want them to go as considering the opponent. So my take here is to come back to your question and answer the question again from my own side. Which players should stay? And I would say United should reform its system of wanting to bring in very young players, and it is past. These young boys now, when they come to United, they take the money, they pay them and put them in front of their head, and they forget the purpose in which they are there.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Rashford was on fire. Then they started paying him some exorbitant money.
200,000.
He can
Week in, week
go.
out. Ah.
I mean, I regret the fact that we have lost this little young man,
Greenwood.
I regret it. We now see that from the time Greenwood left, we've not been able to have a replacement like him. Elanga is coming, and Elanga is doing well. Elanga is putting his heart out there. He plays well. So I will go with Sir Robbie on the fact that, because I'm looking at all the players that are there, I'm not seeing them. To be honest, it is De Gea, Fernandes, to push it further, Elanga, that should stay in that team. Because those are the players that you see them wanting to play. They want to give in their all. But all the other players are playing as if they have been, they were, and then maybe Dalot. Because when Dalot gets in the field, he plays well. All the rest are playing like they are begging them to play. From Pogba, I love Pogba, trust me. From Pogba to the midfield, all this
McTominay, Fred, all this.
Be honest, all of them. Why can a player? I mean, why can you not hold the ball when you see that it is tight? Why would one just hold the ball and then just give a pass that you're not certain about? The players, they don't play like they have been playing football. They play like they just
strangers
from somewhere, and they came and gave them the ball to play. Rashford, I cannot remember the one time that he kind of dribbled a player. All his dribbling styles have been mastered by all defenders. He cannot pass a player. Yes, he has speed. Then use your speed. Kick the ball and run to it. That still does not work. Shoot from afar. You have been shooting from afar and scoring. Why can you not do it? Bruno Fernandes, why are you guys not shooting? Pogba, why? You see, the one thing that I look at other teams play and I say, okay, nothing can emulate it, is whenever it's tight, you take the ball just out of the center circle, you try to penetrate, they're going to touch you. We have dribblers. I mean, we have dribblers. We have the Sanchos. We have Elangas. Those are swift little young men that they hold the ball at the edge of the 18-meter box. They can make some moves where can trigger a foul. And we have shooters. We have free kick takers. Those guys can do it. We have a guy like Bruno Fernandes that can shoot. We have Pogba that can shoot. We have Telles that can shoot. And we have all these guys, but we cannot take advantage of. I don't remember the last time United scored from a free shoot.
Been a long time.
If you can remember, tell me. I cannot remember.
So
this is Manchester United we're talking about here. Manchester United, the Queen's own club. That is Manchester United, for crying out loud. This team needs to wake up. It needs to wake up. We need to sell players and buy more. All this, anybody who wants to go should go. They will reconstruct the team we buy experienced players now. Experienced players. Get players that are already delivering. Put the money in there. Get them in. Why did we not buy any player in this January Open?
Nothing.
Why didn't we? And we all know that our midfield needs reinforcement. Declan Rice was available.
But that's be expensive.
I don't care. They have the money. They got it. But those guys are players that when you bring them, they start producing results from day one. You have Declan Rice that is there. You have players in man, there are many of them.
Absolutely.
You miss Camavinga to go
to Real Madrid.
Madrid.
Look at what he's doing in Real. That guy is a beast in the midfield. He is swift, he's smart, he shoots from afar. The guy is something else. We had him in our palms, yet we let it drop.
And it's so much. It's so
He is
the
young.
amount. The money was not that much.
It was not that much.
To just
It was
buy
not that
him.
much. It was not that much. We had him in our palms and we dropped him just because he's not an Englishman. We carry useless English people put there. They cannot deliver goods. They cannot deliver anything. It doesn't make sense. Look at players that we could buy. There's this Tipia. Tipia, that was a right flank player that was available from Atletico Madrid. We let him go.
Wonderful
We let him
talent.
go.
And we see what he's doing at Newcastle.
Tell me, man. Tell me. Tell me.
You see what he brings that dead ball threat to the team.
Dead ball.
And it has helped that team. 5 victories in their last 7 or 6 games now.
Wow.
On the spin. As of last week, they left the relegation zone and they are comfortably placed as the 14th
that means
position
the season is going to be massive, because Newcastle can buy any players.
Oh, next season.
Next season is
next season will be. We'll see. Man City is. Newcastle is preparing. They have the money now. They can even buy Ronaldo. They have asked the price tag for Messi.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, they have asked Messi's price tag. I'm telling you that they are out for anything.
If they could survive.
It is not a case of if. It is a case of they will survive.
They will survive anyway.
Because they have reinforced. They have reinforced massively.
Yes, during the January transfer window.
Oh, they did. They have reinforced massively.
And it has paid off, So, guys, I think we're going to have this show next week again because our stream went offline all of a sudden. They're still going to tell me why it went off. I'm going to sue them. So next week we're going to come back. Do a better analysis once again. Robbie, do you have anything to say? Because we have this weekend again? We go again with Tottenham.
Yes.
I think it's on Saturday.
Yes,
oh,
it is on Saturday. 12:30. And it's a big matchup. And I think from the result that United put for the whole world to see yesterday, every team
can beat us.
Every team will be coming for United. And Conte, being the type of coach he is, I'm so sure he has the right words to fire up his players to get the result.
Oh my goodness.
And it is unfortunate that United have missed chances upon chances to do better with this team. Liverpool also have American owners, and they have been doing wonderfully well.
Absolutely. They have a good coach, good system. They've signed David Luiz again, and good players.
He signed relatively unknown players for very good money, and these players.
Look at Jota.
Jota is there, and these are teams who are leveraging on picking off very good talent from mid-table teams and bringing them to do wonderful things for the club. Look at Diaz. Nobody knew who Diaz was, and yet the guy is playing his heart and soul for Liverpool. Look at young Kelleher. Kelleher was
goodness.
Was the hero of the Carabao Cup finals. Nobody saw that coming. And
Larry, somebody say, sorry, Sarobi. I have a message. Salari, can you read it for us? This is from Bolade Oladoye, one of my brothers in Nigeria.
So hopefully Man-U loses again next week. This weekend has been great. Sure, my brother,
In fact, since yesterday, I wasn't. Oh Lord, see trolling everywhere. Another person, Jide Ajeniji is also on the here. It says, "Bolade, you are."
You see, this is a thing that this is a thing. I hate it when we have come to the position that we are, where small teams like Arsenal, minimal teams like all these other teams will even have in their minds that they can beat us. You see, when Manchester United used to be that club that before you play them, you start dreaming about the game like 2 weeks in advance. But now people will just get up from sleep and come and hold us.
Come out.
Either they beat us or they get a draw from Old Trafford. From Old Trafford. This is unbelievable.
Another message coming in from Jide Adeniji saying nothing more refreshing than seeing United fans rage. Oh my God! These are all Arsenal fans.
They must be Arsenal fans.
Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans. They are. I mean, it's so terrible. Now they won their match, so they could.
Now this is the thing. The game, we have two very important games coming up. Two very important games coming up against Tottenham and against Atletico Madrid. And I just want to, because we have exploited all options. Last week here, I was talking about putting the goat to the bench, and then we see if something else was going to happen. My idea was not to change the midfield. We should maintain that midfield and then reinforce that attack, instead of like keeping the attack the same way, but putting another person in that spot there. And I prefer maintaining everything like having Cavani there, because he too is a dangerous player that can do something. But then even having Elanga there was good. But the problem with Manchester United is not even the scorers; it's for the balls to reach the attackers. The balls doesn't get to them at all. The ball does not get to them, because our midfielders supposed to supply them cannot do their job. I don't know why Ragnick has not deduced, because with Ole, what Ole's solution was, he played that a lot with Pogba. He used Pogba in that high passes, long passes, bypass the midfield. Once you get it in the end, you have Sancho at that end, you have Rashford here. They are good runners. Put the ball in front of them. They will go get it and then create a counter attack in front there, and we can get something. He understood it. I don't know why Ragnick. I've not seen him implement that in any of his games. He has not, and that is a problem, because if the midfield is bad, you cannot play balls that will go through the midfield to the attack. You have to now skip the midfield from defensive point of view straight to the attack. So these guys, they are good. Sancho can run, can get the ball, can play with the ball. And then now, Jide, I don't have time for you right now. And then now you can also send it to Rashford, who can run from his other flank, and then now send the ball in, cross the ball in for great headers like Ronaldo and Pogba inside. Listen, we can still get a good game if the coach understands the thematics of the playing. When you're playing a side like City, where their strength is keeping the ball and you do dominate in the midfield, you don't want to play in that midfield.
Absolutely.
You don't want to play in that midfield at all. You don't. You don't. You play with players like you bring Pogba to that holding midfield and tell him, listen, your job here is when you get the ball, look for Sancho, look for Rashford. Put it just ahead of them, and they'll know they'll make the run, and then bam, you send the ball, they catch it. Rashford is good at that. They had played that before multiple times, and that was their strength. That was their strength, and they have been successful in it.
So sad, man. So sad.
I wish I could talk to Ragnick, because he should understand his game. He should understand his game. He should understand his game. Our midfield is not good. That's the truth. But we have a solution to that.
That is the truth.
We have a solution to that. We can work with it. Our midfield will only try to defend and block them. But for us to transit our balls from defense through midfield to the attack, it's not going to happen, because we don't have that capability to do that. We've refused to buy players. Now, work with the defense. Pogba, whenever there's a ball from the goalkeeper, they send it to Varane or wherever. Look for Pogba. Pogba, you have the ball. Look for Sancho or Rashford at the wings. Put me the ball in front of them, just behind the defense, and they will run in and get it. And then we create something. Man, is that so difficult to do? Understand the game. Come on.
So sad, man. So sad. Where do we go from where now? That will be same time next week because of our time. So we start off from there to know where we go from here. Thank you guys. Salary, thank you so much. So we'll talk about it next week after we trash Tottenham. For me, we're going to trash them, no doubt about it. We know how to deal with them. Am I right, Robbie?
No, we don't.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
We're in trouble, man.
that enthusiasm and optimism is dying out, man. You cannot keep on being enthusiastic, and every time coming back, to the same thing, coming back
Same
and
thing, come back, same
come
thing.
on.
Well, we're going to trash everything next week, Monday, before the Atletico Madrid match. Let's see whether we're going to have a good result this Saturday. Thank you guys once again. We'll talk about it again, or maybe on Friday again, then for our debate show. Thank you so much. Jide Ajeneji is all the way from United Kingdom. Thanks for joining us. Bolade Olado, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. Once again, guys, if you're watching this for the first time, this is Intercontinental Sport TV. They call me the Don. Salary is here. And Robbie, thank you so much, guys. So I'm going to sign Salary out first. Thank you so much, bro. We'll see behind the scene. Sir Robbie, thank you so much
Thank you so
for
much.
coming to this
Great
show.
to hear.
So
Thank
let's
you so much.
calm. Let's be calm. This season is already gone.
Sure, sure,
It's gone. It's gone. So
sure.
it's so sad we'll be in Europa and imagine Arsenal. Arsenal is going to be in Champions League. It is what it
Well,
is. Thank you so much, Robbie. We'll talk
all
behind
right.
the scene. All right.
Have a good day. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you so much. Thanks to all my brothers in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate every one of you. Looking forward to seeing you too on Saturday, guys. So, on this note, I'm going to sign out. Bye for now.